was better than the last European tour. I guess it was 10 years ago. We definitely have our own crowd now. And the promoters on the last tour, they were booking me as come see Hank 3 play Hank Williams songs. And then there was a bunch of, people not getting the right message. So, but this time around, it was good. A lot of energy from the crowds, and Copenhagen, Denmark was probably the highlight of the whole tour. The festivals, they're always a given, but the shows on our own, it's always a roller coaster. Some night it's 1,000, some night it's 200. I mean, you just never can tell, but it was okay. I've been over there before, but I just said I'd never go back until we had a rock album out, just because of the misconception, and we fought so hard to get our own crowd, and it's finally happened over there. I would say it more so, the door was opened a lot more working with Philip and Selmo. He definitely helped us get to a lot of fans, a lot of Super Joint Ritual fans, a lot of Arson Anthem fans, and that really took us to a new level in the metal world over there. So, but there's definitely a lot of folks that knew the bootlegs, This Ain't Country and all that stuff, singing the lyrics. And I guess the most interesting thing about Europe and the bar scene is security is hardly non-existent. There is none. Some places there were, but the majority of the shows there isn't security, which is a good and a bad thing if the stuff gets out of hand. But everybody basically took care of themselves over there and had a good time. We're definitely doing Japan next. Then we'll see about Australia, and then we might get back to Europe in time. Our fiddle player, Adam McCohen, broke his collarbone the day before we were leaving to go on tour. So Mr. David Mack was in town and stepped up, and he's out of Kentucky. So David Mack's on the fiddle. Got Gary Lindsey on the vocals. Zach Shedd is on the stand-up bass and electric bass. And they got Daniel Mason on the banjo. Mr. Andy Gibson on the stand-up steel guitar. And Gary Lindsey's the front man of Assjack, and the guitar player is Chris Arp. He's from a tech metal band called Psyopus out of Rochester, New York. And we've known Chris for years, and we're lucky enough to have him come out on the road with us and be part of what we do. And so it brings a whole new element of fun to the stage whenever he's out on the road with us. It's almost like a little bit of a fountain of youth when he's out with the stage, man. So, and I think that's in the Mighty Manesh Sammy on the drums. He's always taking it to the next level and bringing the speed and the energy for Assjack, and that's a hard one to fill. So. I'll be starting back up in March in 2010. Since most of my musicians don't live in Nashville, I get who I can to do the Layla's shows. That's just our way of giving back. It's a free show every Wednesday night. You can come down. It's our way of kind of keeping it real, keeping it intimate. We do a lot of songs there that we don't normally do on the road. So it's... for the true Hank 3 fan, it's definitely an interesting show to see. It's going to be happening more and more. We've been lucky enough to have him come up during the country set and bringing that to life and taking it to the next level with his energy, man. So it's been a lot of fun. We've only started doing that in the last maybe year and a half or so, and it's a very cool element to the country part of the show, man. It's hard to say. I mean, the future of the music is all over the place, and usually when I write a country record, I'm pretty much in the country vein as much as I can be, but blending the two will be happening. First of all, we got to get free and get the lawyers behind us, and then I can start being creative and making it the way it needs to be made. But for the true country fan, I like having the pure slash unpure kind of roots in the countryside. If it's a hillbilly record, there might be a little more room for that. But there's basically almost like three genres: the country, the hillbilly, and the Assjack, and we're going to keep covering them. And in the future, the stoner rock genre is definitely going to be coming up pretty damn strong. So those are the biggest things on the plate right now. And it's just hard to say where the music's going to go. Right now I'm shut down. I can't create because I don't want to lose my songs to Curb. So once I'm done with them, then I can get the creative blood flowing again and do what I'm supposed to do, and that's make music. Well, see, that goes back to no.
Okay.
I mean, because of Curb, I don't want to lose all that stuff to Curb, and my creativity has been held back for over 10 to 14 years. And so until I am past them, there's nothing. That's why we've been playing the same songs for so damn long, man. It's just, it sucks, being stuck like that. But the new beginning is getting ready to happen, and we're getting ready to take it to the next level in many different styles of music. So we're looking forward to it, man. And whenever it's going to start flowing, though, it is definitely going to be coming from all angles: Assjack, hillbilly, and country, and all the other people, musicians that I work with and hang out with. It's going to be nice to be able to, oh, sure, I get to jam with, Homeboy from Hell Stomper, or I get to go jam with Lonesome Wyatt from Those Poor Bastards, and we put something out, and there's no lawyers telling us what we can and can't do. So I'm looking forward to being free on that angle of it. I'm turning in my last record in probably the next 10 days. And then a 9-month clock will start ticking, and after that time I'll be free. So Hank Jr. and myself are both heading out at the same time, as strange as that is. So no more Hank Williams on Music Row. Well, I got a couple of rowdy songs, a couple of straight up standard slower songs. There might be one song that's like new territory that nobody's really heard yet, that they might just be like, that's kind of different for his record. But number 5 is the big. I've never shot heroin, but I've got many friends that's died from it, and many friends that's made it through. So that song is a pretty deep one, as far as the guys out there that's trying to put the needle behind them. You got songs like Getting Drunk and Falling Down, The Rebel Within, Drinking Over Mama, Carmageddon, and there's quite a few. So it's hard to say, but it's not a straight to hell, but it's got a couple of rowdy moments on it. And for my last record for Curb, I could have turned in White Noise and said, here you go, but it's got a little bit of legs underneath it. I didn't want to give them nothing too good though, but it's all right.